Okay, if you're in a growing tech company, you know this feeling. There's this constant push and pull between the sales team's drive to close deals and the engineering team's need to build one solid, scalable product. Today, we're going to break down a really simple but powerful framework that can turn all that friction into a shared strategy for smart growth. Let's dive in.
You've been there, right? The sales team lands a massive, company-changing deal. The champagne corks are popping, high fives all around, but then you get into the engineering and product meetings, and that one question just kind of hangs in the air. It's this wild mix of excitement and, let's be honest, a little bit of terror. And it shines a huge spotlight on the gap between what was promised and what your product can actually do today. And look, this isn't some unique problem that only your company has. It's a fundamental challenge of building a tech business. On one side, you've got intense pressure to hit those revenue targets, and that often means promising custom features to get a deal across the line. But on the other side, the goal is to build a stable, scalable product that serves all your customers. So how do you possibly balance those two without completely derailing your entire roadmap?
So let's really dig into the root of the problem. It all boils down to the hidden and often massive costs of saying yes to every single opportunity that comes your way. Now, it might feel like progress in the moment, but an undisciplined yes can lead to a mountain of technical debt, a confusing product, and an absolutely burned-out team.
So what's the fix? Well, enter a framework called the Sales Spectrum. It's this really elegant, simple tool designed to get sales, product, and engineering on the exact same page. It helps everyone, the whole company, understand the true cost and complexity of a deal before any contracts are signed.
So, how does it work? It's actually super simple. You take every potential deal and you map it on a scale from 1 to 11. A 1 is a total piece of cake, a straightforward sale of the product you already have. And 11 is, well, we'll get to what an 11 is in a minute. The point is, this number gives everyone an instant, shared language to talk about the real effort involved.
And this is absolutely crucial. This framework is not a weapon for the engineering team to just shut down sales requests. It's the total opposite, really. It's a tool for collaboration. It helps the entire company work together to define what a strategic, profitable, and genuinely good yes looks like for the business as a whole.
Now, the spectrum itself is broken down into 4 distinct zones. Each one represents a different level of complexity, a different level of risk, and understanding these zones is really the key to making smarter decisions. So let's break them down one by one. First up, we've got Zone 1, the sweet spot. This covers deals that rank anywhere from a 1 to a 3 on our scale. And as you can guess from the name, this is exactly where you want to be. These are the deals that really build your business and create momentum. So what's happening in this zone? 0 new development complexity. None. You're selling your core product, your web app, your API, exactly as it exists today. You can think of these as your bread and butter sales. The bottom line? They are incredibly profitable and super scalable. You want as many of these as you can possibly get.
Okay, next up is Zone 2, the roadmap zone. This is for deals that fall between a 4 and a 7. Now, this is where things start to get a little more interesting because these deals represent a healthy stretch for the company.
In this zone, yeah, there is some development work needed. But, and this is the key, it's for features that are already on the roadmap, or at least strongly align with your product strategy. So maybe you pull a feature from Q4 into Q3 to close a really great account. It's a managed risk, but it's one that ultimately benefits your entire customer base, not just one client.
All right, now we are entering Zone 3, the serious conversation zone. We're talking about deals that score an 8, 9, or 10. The source material I read put it perfectly. Here be dragons. These are the deals that require something brand new and totally unplanned. The development complexity here is high. It's a major detour from your plan. The only way you even consider a deal like this is by getting the leadership from every single department in a room for a very serious talk. You have to weigh that potential revenue against the huge opportunity cost. You have to ask, what are we not building for our core market if we take this on? And finally, we arrive at Zone 4, the danger zone, a deal that scores an 11. This isn't just a difficult deal, okay? This is a bright red line you do not cross. This kind of deal is an existential threat to your product and your company's strategy.
The complexity here is just extreme. It's a total resource black hole. We're talking about things like forking your entire code base, spinning up a completely new infrastructure, and basically committing your best engineers to endless maintenance for just one client. It's a nightmare. Let's just be crystal clear about what a danger zone deal really is. It isn't just a big, complicated sales deal. No. For all intents and purposes, it is a proposal to start a completely different company. It's a professional services business disguised as a product sale, and it will drag you completely off course. So what's the rule for these deals? It's dead simple. Direct, non-negotiable. You just don't do them. Period. That short-term revenue might look tempting, but it's a siren song that's luring your company straight onto the rocks of technical debt and strategic chaos.
Okay, so beyond just putting deals into boxes, what's the real day-to-day value of using a framework like this? Well, it's all about changing the conversation itself. It's about creating a shared language.
When you do this, you get 3 huge benefits. First, it creates alignment. Suddenly, sales and engineering aren't speaking different languages. Second, it protects the product roadmap. It makes sure that a promise to one big customer doesn't screw over your commitments to everybody else. And third, and maybe most importantly, it forces strategic thinking. It makes everyone pause and ask the right question. Is this deal actually moving our business forward, or is it just pushing us sideways? At the end of the day, this whole spectrum is more than just a chart or a tool. It's really a philosophy for building a more focused, a more resilient, and a more sustainable business. It's about choosing your path with intention. It's about growing smarter, not just harder. By giving every potential deal a number, you make all those hidden costs and complexities visible to everyone. You turn what is usually a subjective, emotional, and often contentious debate into a clear, collaborative, and strategic decision. And that empowers you to chase the kind of growth that actually strengthens your company, not the kind of growth that breaks it.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. Take a hard look at the deals your own company is chasing right now. Are they building your core product? Are they fueling a sustainable future? Or are you maybe, unknowingly, chasing deals that are deep in the danger zone?